Good morning all, and welcome to another studio painting. This is painting number 11 out of 12 of these mini art styles, and I'm going to flip the camera around here and show you what we've done so far, or guess what I've done so far. All right, here you go. Here is the first 10 paintings of the different art movements or art styles, and panning over, I have two more mini 4x4 paintings to go. And just a quick reminder, because I've gotten a couple of questions, I am painting on a 4" by 4" mat board. So the back is just a mat board piece, leftover mat board from various other projects. And I have a couple coats of encaustic medium, I believe 4 coats of encaustic medium, and 2 coats of white encaustic paint already on this. And before I get too carried away with the video, I thought I would do a quick introduction just in case you're new around here. Hi there, I'm Stacy, the encaustic mixed media artist behind Studio Stacy. Encaustic literally means to burn in. So I paint with beeswax and a torch, and because it's mixed media, pretty much anything else I can get my hands on. If you're new around here, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Consider subscribing and joining this artsy community. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, which helps me get introduced to more like-minded artsy folks like yourself. All right, this video's art style is folk art. And to be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of folk art. This is probably my least favorite art movement or art style that I am actually going to be painting in this series. So I'm a tad bit skeptical, nervous, anxious, I'm not sure what the right feeling is about how this is going to go, but I've done a quick sketch and I'll flip the camera around here and show you that. All right, here's the sketch. Oh, and I should say all of these paintings are based on nature or trees, so more trees here as you can see. And I also pulled out some of this art tissue to, I believe my plan is to cut some of these shapes out, like these circles for this tree and maybe the leaves on this tree, and use those as the colors instead of wax, because it's going to be real hard unless I create like a stencil to get these like real kind of clean lines with the encaustic paint. So it's achievable, but I thought this would be a little bit easier, and also because this is, it's a small painting, so especially some of these leaf images in here that I've sketched, they're smaller than my finger, so to paint them in wax and then get them fused properly is a little bit tricky. So that's the plan, and I think what I'm going to do is probably paint some of this background first. I think probably. I thought I would give you a brief description and the history behind the folk art movement while I paint this background. So here we go. From the late 18th century through the early 20th century, American folk art flourished. Folk art typically comes from deeply rooted community traditions, reflects daily life, and is often passed down from generations to generations. Artists are often self-taught and learn more through apprenticeships or community. Folk art was not created for museums or galleries. It serves both a utilitarian and decorative purposes, and historically is often the product of marginalized and rural communities. From Navajo rugs to Appalachian pottery to Pennsylvania Dutch quilts, folk art reveals the experience of communities and individuals who might otherwise lack a voice in the American story. Folk art paintings often feature flat perspectives, simplified forms, and bold colors.
the paintings can sometimes look naive, as the artist often used whatever was readily available. Refined art materials like oil paint was typically not accessible. However, these paintings are deeply personal and culturally relevant. There's often a story being told through the scenes of important life events, work, or folklore. As industry, commerce, and transportation began to offer all people free access to the latest ideas and products, folk art began to disappear. The characteristics that made these items distinctive, such as individuality, durability, and connection to a tradition, were often overlooked in a market dominated by mass-produced alternatives. However, I think there's a resurgence happening of creating handmade, beautiful, functional items, and that people are once again valuing art created by individuals with unique ideas, techniques, and vision. In this wake, folk art has played a major role in shaping today's contemporary art world, which often celebrates the position of the outsider, the visionary, and the free thinker. I know I said in the beginning of this video that I was not a huge fan of the folk art style, and I'm still not a fan of the style. But after learning a bit more about this style, I have a better understanding and appreciation of it, and the artists that create or have created in this folk art style. I would like to encourage you to learn from my ignorance, and if there's an art style that you're not a fan of, get curious about it, do a bit of research, and this may help you understand the movement a bit more. So now that you know a bit more about the folk art movement and hopefully have learned from my mistakes, you can sit back and enjoy the rest of this painting session.
All right, all. Painting number 11 is done. One more painting in this series and the whole series will be done. I'm pretty happy with how this came out. I'm kind of surprised, honestly. But I definitely think it represents folk art nicely, and yeah, I'm happy with it. I keep looking down because it's sitting down there, so I'll flip the camera around here and show you some close-ups, but I'm very happy with it. And yeah, I think this is probably where I'll leave you for this one, unless of course get up to something interesting and then I'll pick you back up. But yeah, happy with it. And if you did like it, or if you have any questions about how I created this, please let me know down there below in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you like the video.
All right, I can't let you go just yet because it is a winter wonderland outside. We decided to go for a walk, and I just wanted to take you along with us. So here you go. Enjoy some fun winter scenes from here in West Virginia.
As always, thank you so very much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.